So you want to get out of credit card debt, and you want to get out of credit card debt as quickly as possible. I'm going to show you a calculator which takes into account all the different variables you want to potentially use to determine how you can do it fast. On my channel, I've got all kinds of videos to help you get out of debt, different methods. They go into great detail, as well as ways to preserve your wealth. So please do subscribe and hit a like if you find this useful and helpful. I'm going to show you on the board here just quickly the different scenarios that you'll see on the calculator, and then I'll actually do a tutorial of the calculator so you can see how to use it. Credit card debt, as you probably already know, typically has the highest interest rate of debts in terms of credit card. Let's say it's around 24%. This is August of 2024 when I'm making the video. You've got personal loans. They can vary greatly from 6% to almost 20%. You've got car loans. Depends on new, used. Is it coming from the manufacturer? Is it coming from an external bank? Whatever it may be. So typically credit cards are the ones you want to get rid of the quickest. On the website, there'll be a link down below directly to this calculator, but I've been adding more and more calculators because as I've done these instructional videos, I haven't been able to find calculators that do exactly what I want, so you'll see many of them. The credit card calculator has 3 different ways to take a look at the debt. One thing about credit cards is that you'll note, unlike an installment loan, a car loan, or a personal loan, which says for 60 months, you're going to pay this much money, and at the end of 60 months, you're done, the debt is gone. Credit cards, because you can charge things and you can make payments and balance can go up and down, they usually just say, here's a minimum payment. As long as you make that minimum payment, you're okay. Well, what do they mean by okay? It means they're not going to report you to the credit agency and they're going to continue to provide you with credit. It doesn't mean you're ever going to pay it off. So you have to be careful because you don't know with that minimum payment when you might pay it off, nor how much interest you're really going to end up paying. So the first option you'll see on this calculator is very straightforward. We've got balance, interest rate, and monthly payment. As an example, keep it simple, $10,000 balance, you just type that in, whatever your statement says. Interest rate, whatever it'll tell you what it is probably closer to 20 or 24%. Monthly payment, let's just say it's $300. You'll be able to change all of these things in the calculator and just click the button. When you do, it's going to give you the result. It's going to say, for example, in this case, if you make this monthly payment every month and your balance doesn't change, you'll end up paying $1,764 in interest. It'll take you 40 months. You'll make this payment for 40 months and it's gone. Okay, so now you can see, based on the minimum payment, exactly when you're going to pay off that credit card. Very valuable. You'll also see the interest rate, obviously valuable. The amount of interest you're going to pay. So what we did was the 2 most common things people want to do to get rid of the credit card debt is to say, what if the monthly payment is $300, but what if you wanted to add $100 a month? So in other words, you're going to make your payment $400. So there's an option there where you can type in how much you want to add to your monthly payment. Maybe it's $50, maybe it's $100, maybe it's $200. But the point is you put it in, hit the button, and you'll quickly see how much will you save. It'll say, look, if you can pay an extra $100, you're going to save $500 in interest. So instead of $1,764, you're going to take that minus the $500, so it'll be more like $1,260. And then it'll say, but it's only going to take you 29 months. Well, that's a big difference, right? At the end of 29 months, you no longer have that payment. So instead of 40 months, it'll take you 29, what do you save? So you can put in, well, what if I can do 200? What if I can do 300? And you'll see the savings, you'll see how quickly you can pay off your debt. Hopefully something like that will motivate you to say, you know what, maybe we should turn off this particular subscription and put the money to this. Maybe we should go out to eat a little less, save a little money and put it to this. You'll quickly see the outcome. Just put it in and click. And this is the one I really like. The third option you have is to put in as a variable the number of months. So you can say, you know what? We need to pay this off in 24 months. In 24 months, our first child goes to college. We're going to have all kinds of other bills. We got to get rid of this debt in 24 months. What is it going to take? And it spits out your monthly payment as the result. It says if you have this debt at this rate, how many months is it going to take? You put in 24 and it says $461. You'll need to make this payment to pay that debt in that amount of time. All right, now take a look at this tutorial.
Here we are at the calculator page. As you scroll down, you'll see that there's many different calculators. We're going to go to the very first one here, the credit card payoff calculator. Now, there'll be a video here at the top, which will be this video, the instructional video. If you scroll down, it's already pre-populated with an example. The one we used on the board was a $10,000 balance. So here's what you do. You simply put the information in these input fields, and you get the results over here on the right. So the balance on the card, whatever yours may be, ours was $10,000. We're saying 10% interest rate, just to mimic what you just saw on the board. Monthly payment of $300. It says or. So these are the additional fields, but we'll skip those for the moment. We'll just use this data by saying calculate the payoff date. Over here on the results, it says based on today's date, your credit card will be paid off in December 2027. It's going to take you 40 months. This is a $300 payment. Total interest paid, $1,764. Of course, you paid your whole principal of $10,000. And then it gives you an idea of, hey, 85% of your payment went to principal, 15% to interest. That can make you feel better when you get this less interest, because to me, that's just money being thrown away. Now, if you wanted to pay, like we showed on the board, additional each month, you just put in whatever that may be, click calculate, and it's going to show you right below it, with an additional payment of $100 each month, you would pay off your credit card in January of 27 instead of December, saving $504 in interest. Total interest paid with additional payment, $1,260. So you're saving $500. Your monthly is $400, and it's taking you 29 months to pay off instead of 40. How much went to principal versus how much went to interest? As you can see, you paid even less in interest. Let's just, for sake of argument, let's put in $300. And you can see, well, now your payment would be $600. You'd save almost $1,000. Only take you 19 months to pay off and only 7.5% to interest. Okay, so that's the basics on when you put in your minimum, whatever you're paying, it'll give you the results. How much additional would you like to add? We're not going to put any here at the moment. Let's use the field where you can put in how many months would you like to pay off your card. Notice when you put in the months, it gets rid of the monthly payment because we don't know what that is yet. Here's your balance. You put in your balance. You put in your interest rate. You say, I want to pay it off in 2 years. What will that mean? Click calculate. There you go. Of course, you'll pay off your total $10,000. You'll be done in August of 2026 because you said make it 24 months, and it did. It said in order to make it 24 months, you'll have to make a payment of $461 a month. And you can see only 10% will go to interest. The results can be substantial. Look, most credit cards at the moment are 24%. Let's say it's a $300 payment. Let's calculate that. 56 months to pay off. Can you imagine? If you have a $10,000 balance, you have 24%. You only have paying $300 a month. It takes you 56 months to pay off, and 40% of the money that you paid went to interest. Just gone. Didn't help you at all. So in that case, you want to definitely try to put in, let's say, additional money. If you could somehow come up with another $300, what would that mean for you? My goodness, if you could add $300 to that minimum payment, you would pay it off in 21 months instead of 56. That's almost 5 years. And this is less than 2 years. You wasted 40% on interest. You only sent away 18% on interest. And you saved almost $5,000 because you paid $10,000 plus the interest. You paid about a little over 12. In this case, you paid a little over 16. You saved $4,400. So you can see what a difference this can make and how easy it is to use this calculator. Please mess around with it, use it. Take a look at the different videos I have on the channel on how to get out of debt. There's multiple methods. And of course, if you look under calculators, you'll see we have many different calculators. How to use the debt snowball, how to use the debt avalanche. Try everything, watch the videos, do whatever is best for you.
So I hope you can appreciate this calculator and what it can do for you. I intentionally built it in such a way that you would have multiple options to change everything, the balance, the interest rate, the minimum payment, how much more can you add per month, what will that do, and also what if you have to pay it off in a certain amount of time, how much would your payment be in order to do that. Thank you, and I hope you're able to get out of debt, because I always say the government does not care about you. Banks don't care about you. Real freedom is financial freedom, and you need to take control of your finances. Have a great day. Thanks for watching.